The Freedom of the Soul, Part 5. It appears now a very big and a very great undertaking. To many, it appears very startling, but that is because of superstition, nothing else. By eating all sorts of bad and indigestible food or by starving ourselves, we are incompetent to eat a good meal. We have listened to words of weaknesses from our childhood. You hear people say that they do not believe in ghosts. At the same time, there are very few who do not get a little creepy sensation in the dark. It is simply superstition. So, with all religious superstitions, there are people in this country who, if I told them there was no such thing as the devil, will think all religion is gone. Many people have said it to me. How can there be religion without a devil? How can there be religion without someone to direct us? How can we live without being ruled by somebody? We like to be treated. We like to be so treated because we have become used to it. We are not happy until we feel we have been reprimanded by somebody every day. The same superstition. But however terrible it may seem now, the time will come when we shall look back, each one of us, and smile at every one of those superstitions which cover the pure and eternal soul, and repeat with gladness, with truth, and with strength, I am free and was free, and always will be free. This monistic idea will come out of Vedanta, and it is the one idea that deserves to live. The scriptures may perish tomorrow. Whether this idea first flashed into the brains of Hebrews or of people living in the Arctic regions, nobody cares. For this is the truth, and truth is eternal. And truth itself teaches that it is not the special property of any individual or nation. Men, animals, and gods are all common recipients of this one truth. Let them all receive it. Why make life miserable? Why let people fall into all sorts of superstitions? I will give 10,000 lives if 20 of them will give up their superstitions. Not only in this country but in the land of its very birth, if you tell people this truth, they are frightened. They say this idea is for sannyasis who give up the world and live in forest. For them it is all right. But for us poor householders, we must have all sort of fear, we must have ceremonies and so on. Dualist ideas have ruled the world long enough, and this is the result. Why not make a new experiment? It may take ages for all minds to receive monism, but why not begin now? If we have told it to 20 persons in our lives, we have done a great work. There is one idea which often militates against it. It is this: it is all very well to say, I am pure, the blessed. But I cannot show it always in my life. That is true. The ideal is always very hard. Every child that is born sees the sky overhead very far away. But is that any reason why we should not look towards the sky? Would it men matters to go towards superstition? If we cannot get nectar, would it men matters for us to drink poison? Would it be of any help for us because we cannot realize the truth immediately to go into darkness and yield to weakness and superstition? I have no objections to dualism in many of its forms. I like most of them, but I have objections to every form of teaching which inculcates weakness. This is the one question I put to every man, woman, or child when they are in the physical, mental, or spiritual training. Are you strong? Do you feel strength? For I know it is truth alone that gives strength. I know that truth alone gives life, and nothing but going towards reality will make us strong, and none will reach truth until he is strong. Every system, therefore, which weakens the mind, makes one superstitious, makes one mope, makes one desire all sorts of wild impossibilities, mysteries, and superstitions. I do not like because its effect is dangerous. Such systems never bring any good. Such things create morbidity in the mind, make it weak, so weak that in course of time it will be almost impossible to receive truth or live up to it. Strength, therefore, is the one thing needful. Strength is the medicine for the world's disease. Strength is the medicine which the poor must have when tyrannized over by the rich. Strength is the medicine that the ignorant must have when oppressed by the learned. And it is the medicine that sinners must have when tyrannized over by other sinners. And nothing gives such strength as this idea of monism. Nothing makes us so moral as this idea of monism. Nothing makes us work so well at our best and highest as when all the responsibility is thrown upon ourselves. I challenge every one of you. How will you behave if I put a little baby in your hands? Your whole life will be changed for the moment. Whatever you may be, you must become selfless for the time being. You will give up all your criminal ideas as soon as responsibility is thrown upon you. Your whole character will change. So, if the whole responsibility is thrown upon our own shoulders, we shall be at our highest and best. When we have nobody to grope towards, no devil to lay our blame upon, no personal God to carry our burdens, when we are alone responsible, then we shall rise to our highest and best. I am responsible for my fate. I am the bringer of good onto myself. I am the bringer of evil. I am the pure and the blessed one. We must reject all thoughts that assert the contrary. I have neither death nor fear. I have neither caste nor creed. I have neither father nor mother, nor brother, nor friend nor foe, for I am existence. Knowledge and bliss absolute. I am the blissful one. I am the blissful one. I am not bound either by virtue or vice, by happiness or misery. Pilgrimages and books and ceremonials can never bind me. I have neither hunger nor thirst. The body is not mine, nor am I subject to the superstitions and decay that come to the body. I am existence, knowledge, and bliss absolute. I am the blissful one. I am the blissful one. This, says the Vedanta, is the only prayer that we should have. This is the only way to reach the goal, to tell ourselves and to tell everybody else that we are divine. And as we go on repeating this, strength comes. He who falters at first will get stronger and stronger, and the voice will increase in volume until the truth takes possession of our hearts and courses through our veins and permeates our bodies. Delusion will vanish as the light becomes more and more effulgent. Load after load of ignorance will vanish, and then will come a time when all else has disappeared and the sun alone shines.